I don't know this video.
Genghis Khan was an
Okay. What Genghis Khan's Mongolian look sounded like, and how we know. Okay.
Genghis Khan was an unusual conqueror. Yes, he subdued vast lands from atop a horse, but he didn't brag loudly across the ages. He kept
Hey. We conquered Korea, by the way. Like, what the hell?
secrets, a secret history, a secret burial, no images from his life. Conquered peoples weren't even allowed to learn his language. With all this secrecy, could we ever know what his language sounded like?
Yeah, there's Mongolian language.
My first encounter with Mongolian. Imagine me working at a coffee shop. For years, I spent my mornings steaming customized espresso elixirs for customers to carry out with style. But after my shift, I'd relax by heading 3 blocks to the library and picking grammars off the stacks. On this day, I noticed a new book. I opened it and met a language that built words mechanically, that had vowel harmony, long vowels,
Yeah,
and an
long
L it
vowel.
warned me would be tricky to pronounce. Fun! Until one example broke my flow. Something, 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 Chinggis Khan.
Yo,
Suddenly, this was
he said it correct. What the fuck? Usually it's like a Chinggis Khan, no K in there, but you know, Kazakhstan and a lot of star countries and Indian I think uses Khan. Mongolian uses Han, by the way.
wasn't just grammar, it felt like history. Mongolian, the Mongols. Was this the remnant voice of the great Khan himself? I didn't realize it at the time, but this curiosity would lead me down an epic road. Books, maps, epigraphy late into the night, following nomadic hoofprints to chase a language. And if you want in on that journey, we travel to Mongolia today. Fly into Ulaanbaatar, the Red Hero City,
Yeah,
and
Red
you'll see
Hero.
one name at the airport, on bottles, a hotel, a bank, and the character atop the world's
we
largest
kinda ashamed for putting Genghis Khan's name on a fucking alcohol. That's sad, kinda sad, you know. You don't see like George Washington. Shit. You don't see like George Washington alcohol. Like a King George beer, something like that. Mongolians kinda embarrassed about this too, but you know, big alcohol brand just don't care.
man on horse statue southeast of town. Not Genghis Khan, but Chinggis Khan.
Oh shit!
Yes, in Cyrillic. No, this isn't Russian, it's Mongolian. Just
Yeah.
like in that grammar. Endings with vowel harmony, postpositions, not prepositions, long vowels like Khan, and L's of
Yeah.
Cross the border into China, and you're in Inner Mongolia. As you look around at shops and signs, it can be hard to imagine that a roving shrine to Genghis Khan.
There's a lot of this moped in. I don't know about. I know about. I've been Beijing. There's in China. There's a lot of this mopeds. Like I kind of love and hate the relationship with them. Like it's cool. It's a very convenient way to go, but I don't know. Maybe this is too big for bike, too small for a car. This is just the convenient option, I guess.
Once toured this region for the devout after his death. But focus above the Chinese and you'll spot some Mongolian. In an older alphabet with toothy consonant vowel letters connected along a cursive spine. It's unique in the way it's written from top to bottom in rows from left to right.
Yep.
For beginners, it's a challenging script. I mean, this thing kind of breaks web pages. But to ease the pain, children here learn it as syllables. When they recite words with these syllables, something strange happens. Extra unspoken syllables emerge. The word khil, le, Khokhot, the blue city of Inner Mongolia, is Khokhota. And the fourth syllable?
Khokhota means like a blue city, Cool.
of Ulaanbaatar are written with 6. Where do these extra syllables come from?
Yeah.
From back in time. 1204, before he is Khan, the up-and-coming Temujin conquers a tribe to the south, the Nema. Among his new subjects is a scholar, Tatatonga, who writes in the Uyghur script, which his people inherited ultimately from Aramaic. There's a whole backstory, but if it reminds you of rotated Arabic, there is a reason. Temujin may be illiterate, but he immediately recognizes the use for his dawning empire, and so trusted Mongol nobles learned to write. Later that same century, a great stone goes up.
Why do you did my boy this bad? Like, he have hair, by the way. Like, do you know, like, okay, I'm gonna show you. I don't care. Like, look at this shit. Look at this manly hair. Like, look at this. Just, oh my god. It just make you wet, huh? Yeah. Cool.
Learned to write. Later that same century, a great stone goes up with an inscription telling us that a skilled archer, Isunga, shot a target from 335.
Isuge. Who's Isuge, by the way? Yusuge, I think Yusuge was his son or his pater. Pater means like a knight. You can say knight, like
Alts away, more than half a kilometer. The first words in the text reveal who was there to witness it: Genghis Khan and his Mongol dignitaries. This is pre-classical written Mongol. It often resembles modern Mongolian. A gir is still a gir, but it preserves sounds that have since changed, like edur has since harmonized to udur. Those long vowels were actually 2 vowels split by ch, Kachan, instead of Khan, which, by the way, is why Khan also gets spelled with 2 A's and a R between.
Kachan.
This official written language takes us back to the right time, but another line of evidence suggests it might be suspiciously archaic, how dignitaries wrote, but not how the Khagan spoke. A crucial piece of the Mongolian story was nearly forgotten. A history book disguised as a language instruction text was rediscovered by Russian Orthodox monk Palladius in China in the mid-1800s. This book was written entirely in Han Chinese characters, but despite appearances, it doesn't make sense if it's read in Chinese. Listen to the very first words: Genghis Khan. We meet again. What emerges is a long name-filled text telling the inside story of the man himself, his origins from Tingri, his Anda, his blood brother, his conquest with his general, struggle for succession, even a cameo by that same long-shot archer. Oh, and time and again you'll read how when Genghis Khan made a decree, he made a decree saying ... It all struck scholars and nomads alike as authentic, perhaps composed upon his very death, when nobles gathered together to remember his story, their story, and wrote down what came to be known as Niwucha Topchian, the secret history. It's from the right time, but something felt off.
Do you know? Do you wanna learn about secret history? It's first the word of the secret history is like the long ago. There's a Bushte named like a Bushte wolf and Tingri, I think, deer, and that wolf and the deer make love in cave and made the first emperor like something named like Bushchon, I think, something like that. And there's like a lot of line. My favorite story is something along the line of there's 2 brother, like a lineage of the that deer. That one guy has a 1 eye and another guy has like a great sword, I think. Like that story, it's a pretty cool story, and there's like a lot of people think like there's like 200 years, no, 1,000 years ago, there's like one eye giant there, because this secret history of Mongolia have that eye. I don't think that guy has a one eye. I don't know. Maybe his left eye is sliced in the combat or something. I don't know, but I don't think he has one eye. No. I don't think he's a giant or something. But that's a pretty cool story if you wanna see it. Where's my fucking mouse?
Had already changed to Udur. They were already dropping their middle khs, and yet they kept around an initial kh, Hujaur. And all this secret history looked different, mostly younger. Maybe written Mongol was too old to be the language of the Khan. Maybe this was his Middle Mongol. So why not just roll back today's pronunciation and undo sound changes to revert to our best Middle Mongol accent? Is the question you ask yourself as we travel the open road through the Ordos in Inner Mongolia, to this site of the mausoleum of Chinggis Khan. Ordos became our horde, but it means palaces. His tomb remains a mystery, yet after his death, tent palaces wandered this land as a shrine to what one scholar terms Genghis theology and Tengrism. A people called the Darkhat vowed to guard it forever, and their Mongolian is different. They're not alone. There are languages in Russia that inherit over 90% of their words from Middle Mongol, while one in China keeps less than half. As I promised, it's a lot of wandering. Point is, there's not one Mongolian.
Yeah.
It's a Mongolic family.
Yeah.
Even my grammar, naively titled Mongolian, was teaching just one variety. Khalkh.
Kalkh is not, I don't want to say real Mongolian, but like a majority in the language. There's more Mongolian in Inner Mongolian, but I don't know. I can understand Inner Mongolian accent. I wanna say like accent. Inner Mongolian is not different language from Mongolian, like different language family. I think it's accent. I can understand it. I know a few people in Inner Mongolia. I can understand it, but like
Linguists sifted through Mongolic cognates to piece together a common ancestor. Proto-Mongolic had a
okay,
not had no F's. The Khan had a K, not Kh, and the final hadn't merged with Ng. So they were saying Kahan. Khs were dropping, but lingered at the start of words. Ojan was Khulan. Sometimes evidence conflicts. Was their garb a dipin or dichin? Or it reveals quirks. Mongols used echo nouns for and things like that. Mari for horses and morzes. It looked so much like Middle Mongol, like another line of evidence pointing back to the exact same time. Only
okay.
Chinggis Khan, but who in his own tongue may have been Chinggis Khan. Stick around and subscribe for language.
Cool video. Bye.